Good evening, everybody. Happy belated Mother's Day to everybody that's here. Hope everyone has been doing all right. To those of you who celebrate or did celebrate, hope you guys did something nice for the mothers in your lives. Your mom, your grandmother, your aunties, anybody. I had a good day yesterday. I was able to help out my grandparents. I was able to help out my own mom, my aunties. I did a lot of nice things, I think, and overall I just had a really good time, and I yesterday I also, I went to church with my grandma, right? I went to church with my grandma. I haven't done that before yet, just because I've been busy or doing other stuff, and so I went, because I wanted to help her out, because she likes to do stuff around the church, right? No problem. Of course I'm going to help her out. So I did, and I went to the service, right? And that service really moved me. It really moved me a lot, I've been to church like 2 other times before, and it's been cool, right? But this experience was really something for me. It's a lot different, right? The music was really nice, very elevating. The preacher was really nice, and I really loved the messages that they were sharing on this Mother's Day. It made me really reflect on my own mom, right? And all that she's done for me. I have a very complicated relationship with my mom. She has done a lot of very unfortunate things. Guess that's a nice way of putting it. A lot of things that I personally disagree with, that I think could have been handled better, is still doing things that I disagree with / can be handled better, right? But I think back on this quote that I saw a long time ago. Everybody's living life for the first time. Everybody's living life for the first time. And being at that service made me just really appreciate more and more of what all my mom has done for me. She has cared for me consistently, right, in her own way, right, to the best of her ability. Anyway, she cared for me to the best of her ability. She always was thinking about me when I don't even realize it. She has instilled in me a bunch of lessons, whether it be through trauma or through actual constructive lessons, right? She's done a lot for me, and I'm very grateful to all that she has done. It just made me appreciate just not only what she has done for my life, both the good and the bad, but helped me to see how it was that, how what she has done has helped to shape the path that I am on right now. I don't think I could have ever really came to this strong of a conclusion in the past, just because of how self-centered I was. I was so focused on just the fact that, oh, my mom did these things, right? And I don't really like these things, and I don't like the fact that she's still doing certain things, right? Or I think my mom could do better. I think she could do better, not only for herself, but to her children, do better service to her children, right? And while I think there might be valid reasons or valid thought points, it still doesn't take away from all that she has done for me, right? Because I was so self-centered, I wasn't even thinking about, all the good that she's done for me, right? At least not in totality, right? She's kept me alive. She has provided for me on end, like to the point where, you know, I could never truly repay the debt or repay her in full, right? She helped me to appreciate a lot of things. Like art, like some of the things around me. Helped me to appreciate different kinds of food, different people, you know, different areas, right? Giving me a lot of life experiences that I wouldn't have had elsewise. She's done a lot for me. And I think being at that service, you know, on Mother's Day, really beneficial. You know, it really brought me to tears, just because I do have such a complicated relationship with my mom, because like I could go on and on, right, of like a bunch of negative things that she's done, right? Because it's true. I mean, she has done a lot of not so favorable things, right? You know, she has definitely mistreated us in multiple ways. She also has not given herself. She hasn't given herself the grace that she deserves, right? Due to maybe her life experiences, right? And all that she's gone through, right? Which in turn led her to still be with someone who is not good, who is not a good father, right? Who is not the best father, right? Right? Because, I mean, my dad is a whole separate issue. You know, he has his own set of issues, right? But I digress, right? I could spend a lot of time talking about all the negative things that my mom has done to us and to herself, right? Especially to me, because I have just with our history, there's a period in time when it was just myself, my dad, and I in the house, or myself, my dad, and my mom in the house, and there was just a whole bunch of stuff with that going on. But yeah, what am I trying to say? Yeah, I could spend all this time talking about the bad things, but it took that service to help me realize in full just how much good she has done for me. And, you know, I'm eternally grateful, you know, for everything, right? Even the bad stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to record that. You know, it's just it brought me to tears, you know, that service. I'm very blessed, you know. I'm very blessed to still be alive. I'm very blessed to even have my parents. And I don't take time to appreciate that enough. So I wanted to do that now, you know, especially, you know, the day after Mother's Day. You know, it's nice. Very glad to be here. Sorry about that. I have to put that away. But yeah, just wanted to take some time, really reflect on, you know, just how blessed I am, and very grateful for my mom. Right? You know, maybe someone else needs to hear this too. Right? Maybe you also might have a complicated relationship with your mom. Maybe your mom might not be here, right? Or, you know, maybe you just don't take enough time to appreciate all what she has done for you, right? Like I have, right? And so, you know, if any of those things are true to you, I encourage you, you know, just to take some time, reflect on all that your mom has done, right? And just be grateful, you know, because some people don't even get to have moms at all. So, and while I say that, right, that doesn't mean that you should excuse everything that she's done. If she had done a lot of bad things, that's not what I'm saying at all, right? You could still acknowledge any pain or any wrongdoings that she's done, while still being appreciative of all the good things that she has done for you, right? Two things can be true, right? But I do encourage you guys to, if anything I just said is true with you, just take some time and appreciate, you know, just being alive, being grateful for what she's done, right? all her sacrifices, because she created you. She is the creator of you. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. It's been it was a good day yesterday. I'm glad I got to see my mom. But yeah, that's what I got. Hope everyone's doing all right. If you're seeing this, I love you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Make sure to take care of yourself, because the only person who can take care of you is you. And always remember, if your parents are still here, be grateful for what they have done for you. But that doesn't mean you have to excuse every wrongdoing that they've done. It's okay for two things to be true at once. Have a good one.